On 5th and 6th of January here in Guwahati, in this beautiful campus of IIT Guwahati, we are holding this very important working group meeting of the India AI Summit on dedicated to human capital. And I believe this is the most important of the working group meetings that are happening across India now, making the proper build-up for the huge global AI Impact Summit that India will be hosting in Delhi in February 26. Human capital is going to be the most important issue going forward when we look into the impact of AI. AI is amazing, as I was speaking earlier in the day, and I totally agree with what Sundar Pichai said some time back. It's going to be even more phenomenal impact-wise than even fire and electricity. But it can have a major disrupting impact unless we manage the human capital properly. And for that, we require a completely different orientation of how do we look at human capital in the world of AI when we primarily want the augmentation of human capacity to happen and not an automation to replace the units. And that is why this is the most important summit. I've seen the way the working group has been working on this one. They are tackling this exactly the right ways, but then it is not enough for India to be there. And of course, this working group has so many countries there. I look forward to a global participation. Our working group members are attending us virtually this time, but I invite all of them to come to Delhi and to deliberate on this most important of technology ever which has hit mankind, which is AI. Now, this definitely is going to be a blessing, but we don't want mankind itself to be sidelined. And for this very purpose, how do we build this human capital? How do we augment our capability, and how do we take this as a fundamental principle that we're going to use AI in such a manner that we augment and do not automate and replace. And that can be done only when all the countries come together, deliberate, and as policymakers we decide that humanity, it has to be at the core as the utilization of AI, and that will not happen by chance alone. It will happen through deliberations that all of us together have sat together and decided this is the only way to use AI. AI is amazing, but it needs to necessarily augment human capability, because fundamentally the source of all value has to lie in humanity. It's not just good that we have some output in place. We need to know that this meaningful output was produced by some human intellect behind it, which was magnified manifold, but it was only magnified by AI, but behind it, the throbbing heart was a human heart. That's what we look forward to happening or leading through this human capital working group. And so all of us, all of you out there, all the countries, I invite you, I request you, come over, join us in the India AI Impact Summit in Delhi in February.